Hey everyone, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 stages of Saturn Mahadasha, which I have seen in so many readings. So I just want to emphasize and highlight what are the things and what are the 3 stages that I have seen in most of the readings. And if you want to know more about me and also for the consultation and everything, just check out the link description below. And yeah, let's we go for the review of today. So Saturn Mahadasha, first of all, it's one of the good Mahadasha if you have done a very good karmas and also whatever that you have done. But if you have done some kind of a past life, pretty much bad things, then it is going to be a bit tough. But most of the time, as we all know, Saturn is the ruler of the Lord of karma, and he also gives whatever that we need to finish off in this lifetime. Saturn Mahadasha can be tough for the people who tend to not be disciplined and also not focusing on career or not focusing on commitments and long term, because Saturn represents all of these things. And Saturn doesn't like short term or anything that impulsive, anything that is rushing, anything that has to do with the fast forward or something that is can be finished in a short time, because Saturn is a very slow moving planet, and also Saturn also represents he is someone who values the long term and also very much he takes time, but at the same time he will give the reward. So patience is everything with Saturn. So Saturn Mahadasha, most of the time, the first thing that the person who get the reading from me, they will say it's very tough and they don't know what to do and they are lost and all of these things. So, and I've seen Saturn Mahadasha with the people who are facing it in 20s is quite very different with the people who are facing it when they are in their 30s or 40s. Pretty much if they are in their 30s and 40s, they will realize this is something that has to do with their karma and they have to clear it, but they have to clear out. But if this is happening for the people who are having Saturn Mahadasha in their 20s, it's going to be a little bit tough to understand, especially for those who don't have any kind of interest in spiritual, or they are not into having that deeper knowing or want to know themselves deeply. This is going to be very hard. But most of the time, Saturn Mahadasha does gives the fruit of your labor. So he does give that. It takes time, but he definitely give that. So Saturn Mahadasha, most of the time it's going to be 19 years, and yeah. So probably wherever Saturn sits in your chart, and also the nakshatra, the sign and the nakshatra is very important. It plays the entire mythological story of that nakshatra, and also wherever it sits the house, it represents very much hardcore for you to ongoing. Pretty much you can see it in your first Saturn return, and also if you're going through Saturn Mahadasha, it's like a double dhamaka it's going on there. So yeah, so the first stage that I have seen with the Saturn Mahadasha ongoing is earning through hard work, but reward comes with great price. So this is something that you may work hard, you will get the reward, but if you have some karmas that you need to clear off, it comes with a great price. For example, he will take something that you really value or you really love so much in your life, and then he will give the material just to make you realize that material is absolutely nothing. Yes, you of course you need that in this world for now, but you can't be materialistic. You need to have that balance, and Saturn definitely teach that as a lesson. So the example that I can give is, this is one of the reading that I have done, and the person, once the person was owned the luxury car, the person actually lost his loved one, and obviously it was very much traumatic, very much great pain that he had to go through, but it's his karma that he have to go through. So loss of love, one's family, pets, money, too much materialistic desires can mix the person to face loneliness, and Saturn gives instant karma and pain. So if you have noticed about the Saturn Mahadasha, the moment Saturn Mahadasha starts, especially if you have the nakshatra with the Saturn nakshatra, which is Scorpio, Aquarius, in this placements, if you have Saturn in this signs, definitely it's going to be more intense, and it represents, you can be someone who may be extrovert previously, but the moment Saturn Mahadasha starts, you can see yourself changing a lot. It's like transformation. Saturn represents transformations. So you will definitely see that, and also Saturn will give instant result, like very fast you will see the result. So the changes will be very consistently, it will come up in your life, unless previously you are, if you have seen someone who have born with the Saturn as their Atma Karka, it will be different, because they already represent Saturn and they know how his character, personality, everything. And when they are going through their Saturn Mahadasha or Saturn return, pretty much they won't see much differences. But for the people who have Saturn as their third highest degree or second highest degree, or not as a main planet, but the moment Saturn is coming up, you will see a lot of changes in your life. So that is for first stage. The first stage mostly represents materialistic and the temptations that you may have, and Saturn will definitely give instant result, and he will teach you a lesson. And the lesson is going to be very painful. That is something that I mostly don't really talk about here, because if you know, YouTube right now have a lot of keywords, a lot of certain topics, certain things that you can't actually talk about. You may get suspended, you may get copyright issues and so much on. So that's why if you see so many people, so many content creators with the astrologers and everyone, they don't want to talk about it, because you have no idea how is the YouTube things is going on. It's a lot of rules and regulations is there for us to keep going, or else we can get banned for that. So yeah. So the first stage, as I said, it is going to be represents your fruit of your labor. He will definitely give for your hard work and everything. But at the same time, if you have your karma that you need to clear off, if you are not committed enough, if you are not consistent enough, obviously he is going to give you the lesson. So the upcoming of Saturn for the second stage, this is like if you see 19 years, just represents like a, you just divide it for the three stages, and that's how you can understand Saturn's Mahadasha. So the second stage is mostly will be earning respect, public fame as well, lose it just because of scandal or criminal case which the person may not involve, but will happen because of oversharing the details of their life to others, or publicly show off, police case, scandals, criminal records, health issues. This is the second stage that Saturn may give this person the issues and also the challenges they will be facing. Most of the time, if you see, if the second stages is like they already lose someone or they already lose something, and they also earn their fruit of labor, but the second stage is how you are going to keep it up. That is what Saturn is going to do in this second stages right now. And he also going to be giving a lot of challenges with public, because if you notice, Saturn is the D10 chart. D10 is your dasamsha. Dasamsha represents your public fame, your career, and Literally the 10th house represents Saturn, and Saturn is the lord. I almost want to say person. I mean, whenever I read about the planets, I always imagine it as a human and represents their character and everything. So yeah, it's easy for me to remember that way. So that's my style. So the second stage most of the time represents how this person is going to keep up with their public fame and the respect, also the, how to say, the social work they are doing towards the public. That's where the challenges will come up, and also their health issues will be coming up. Saturn will show you all the health issues that you may have, and he also may gives you a lot of challenges. It's like he want to see how far you can handle all of this before he gives you the reward that you are expecting. Since we all are humans, we all have desires, we all want to have this, that, and all of these things, but he's not going to give you as easy as that. He is going to give you challenges, and he is going to see if you are working hard, if you are keep going without fail or without giving up. That's about Saturn. That's what he wants. He wants consistency, he wants discipline, and he also wants you to learn to balance it. If, for example, if you are just work and you forgot to take care of yourself, obviously it's the health is going to affect yourself. And Saturn is going to show the health issues because you didn't take care of yourself. This is how Saturn works. He don't simply go around and giving someone just a bad result just for just like that. He have reasons. Most That's why he is the lord of karma. He is the judge. He is the one who is judging, and he is the one who is giving you the final decisions. Okay, you have done this much of hard work. Okay, this is the fruit of the hard work that you have done. So that's how Saturn works here. So the second stage, most of the time, as I say, you have to be very careful with whatever that you are saying, whatever that you are sharing in public, and whatever the social circles. And also he will represent the circles that you will have around you. Is it true or not, or that person are helping you, or the people around you are helping you or not, or else he will actually remove it. And if you have done any kind of karma, or for example, you put you expect certain result but you didn't put effort, he's not going to give you any kind of result that you expect, or the work that you may do, you may lost job. This the second stage may represents that if the person didn't much put, or they will have a very good offer, or something different field it will coming up. Most of the time Saturn Mahadasha starts, I have seen people change career. Even after 20 years, 30 years, they will change career. And for good or bad, we never know. We have to see their own chart. But most of the time, I have seen it is good. There, for example, the person, the reading that I've done, the person say previously they have been working as a customer service, and then when their Saturn Mahadasha starts, they suddenly get into media because they have the sudden interest. They want to get into it, and now they are successful. So you can see this one, it's like that is one of their destiny that they have to do. And Saturn Mahadasha, you can see most of the time for the media people, for the actors, for the artists, they tend to get a lot of fame because Saturn represents legacy and fame. And Saturn's fame, if you notice, all the planets have their own version of fame. Saturn's fame is something that has to do with their work, or something that has to do with their creation, with their style of work, or something I would say, just like Michael Jackson. He's a legend. He's like a greatest of all time. So that represents Saturn because he keep working, and he's like keep giving the best songs again and again and again. And he also, isn't he the one who wins a lot of Grammy awards and all of this stuff? It represents Saturn there. So that is how for the second stage. And for the criminal record and scandals, this can represent, as I said, your social circles. So for people who are going through your Saturn Mahadasha, you have to be very careful with your social circles. He will definitely going to show you hints, or even directly he will literally make the person to show their true sides, if they are true to you or not. And it's up to you to take the decision if you still want to keep the relationship or friendship with this person or not, because it may lead you into a bad path, into something that you don't want to do, or you never do, or you will get the, as I say, you may not involve, but it will happen because you didn't keep yourself private and you just overshare it. And the person who are listening to you, they will use it to their advantage. So this is why Saturn will teach you a lesson, because Saturn represents privacy. Saturn is the lord of privacy and also introvert. He is not someone who's extrovert or like to have party and everything. No, Saturn never ever represents that. So next, the last stage is the third stage. So this is mostly Saturn Mahadasha starts, and whenever they are going after like 6 or 7, or probably a decade, because it's 19 years, right? So this can happen if the person is not spiritual, or the person is into atheists, or they are not believing into gods and everything. This can happen. So the otherworldly knowledge can turn against own self and need to learn to never get into black magic or dark side of it. Always maintain the good and bad side. Astral travel, spirituality, otherworldly knowledge, evil eye, occult world. So this is the third stage of Saturn. So if you have known Saturn, he is the god of occult, and he is the ruler of Scorpio and Aquarius. If you know Scorpio and Aquarius, it is these two signs have very fixed sign and also karma signs. And as you all know, eighth house is the house of occult, and Saturn rules that. So the third stage can represent for the people who are not spiritual, or most of the time they have issues. They are condemning, or they say something bad about occult world, or something that has nothing to do with them, but they will say, they will leave bad comments or all of this stuff, and that can backfires them, because we are now in this world. It's not take a lot of time for us to go to the another side of the world where we came from. So it's better we just, if you have nothing good to say, it's better don't say it. If you don't know what is it, don't say it. Keep it silent. So also, the third stage also represents for the people who don't have interest into occult science, may get interest into occult science, and they will learn about it. For example, they will learn about ancient knowledge, they will learn about occult, they will learn about the witchcraft and also Shastra, mantras, all of this stuff, because this all are represents Saturn. So as long you are not using it selfishly or black magic, doing it something bad for other people, please don't do that. I have seen some people have done it, and it's like a curse for their whole life. They are suffering. So this is why you should be very careful with this stuffs. It is not fun or funny to do something for other persons, however bad they are. It may be your karma that you have to clear out with that person. Just leave it. Try to forgive yourself first, and then forgive other person, or simply just ignore it. Just ignore it. Don't try to do any kind of black magic, or trying to woo whatever, mama jumbo, all of this stuff. Don't do that. It will definitely come back to you, and Saturn will definitely instantly will give the results which is backfiring you. So this is so far about the three stages that I have seen in most of the readings, like a lot. I can't even say it in one word, but a lot. And these three stages, at least there is a five things they the person who are getting reading from me will say, oh my god, this happened to me, this is like repetitions coming back and back and back. And I'm like, okay, Saturn Mahadasha, wow, it's going on for you. So if you are someone who's going through your Saturn Mahadasha right now, as I said, just try to clear off your karma. If there is something going on in your life and you feel like I don't deserve this, why this is happening to me, the one thing is try to focus yourself into spirituality and also your material. Try to balance it. You must have to balance it because Saturn also represents balance and he want to have you to have that balance in your life. So whenever you are facing it, simply just think of as you are clearing off this karma and you'll be done, because we all want to have that moksha. We want to leave this world and be done with it. So that's what Saturn will actually, Saturn will give you very practical, very much raw reality of it. And Saturn Mahadasha, obviously he is going to show you what it is all about. So yeah, that's for today's video that I have researched. And also this is basically more 99, it's like a person that came from my reading and I just want to share with you all. So I hope this one helps, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because that helps me a lot. And see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.